Good morning, sunshines. We have decided we have finished the back. It looks absolutely amazing with the beadboard. On the sides, we weren't sure what we were going to do, but we decided we love the way that looks so much. We're actually going to beadboard on the sides as well, but only up to where the divider bar is. So right there. And the reason we've decided to do this also is we've got one more bad water spot over here. And instead of tearing into all of that, we're just going to cover it up. Add extra support and it's going to look amazing. So as we've started on this side over here, the way that he's doing it is he's working from the top to the bottom this time. Reason being, to get all the lines of the beadboard lined up, he's measured to that first joint down at the bottom. And then the board will start there and then we'll work our way down. He's going to have to use a jigsaw and just kind of measure out every single piece and cut it here before we do the actual measure from the joint on. Explain what you're doing to me.
This is how I'm getting the angle.
Okay, explain.
Alright, see how you got the flat piece here?
Yes.
I'm measuring the distance between the wall and where it's 90.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to put that measurement right here, and I'm going to do an angle cut right there.
Just
And
free
then
draw it, right?
Well, it'll fit in then.
Alright, so the part I was confused about, girls, is it looks like that's at a curve, but like he explained, the back is actually flat. So he's not having to cut it at a circle or a curve like I was thinking. It is a flat cut. So he's measuring in how far the cut was. We're a little bit lucky because we've got this incredible miter saw. You can do this with a jigsaw, but his makes this little laser line precision. Like I said, you can mark this off with a tape measure, like a line, and just cut it with a jigsaw. That's how you make your edge. Alright, girl. This is that multi-tool I keep talking about. Alright guys, today we have decided to add a little partial privacy wall. Look how awesome that is. It blocks the door completely. It also is adding major structural support. So we're just tying it all the way across the bottom. Let me see if I can get over here for you. All the way across the bottom is a solid piece, and we're beadboarding just to tie it all in together. So support all the way to the ceiling. We'll support it all the way across. He said it raised the ceiling about a little over half of an inch. So we're going to do the same on the other side, and it also gives me additional place to put stuff in the corner for storage and an extra wall to decorate. Yay! Alright, chickadees, we are to the painting part, my absolute favorite part. I have chosen a paint that has a primer in it, so I only have to really do one and a half coats. The particular color that I've chosen is a real earthy, sagey green. I chose it with a gray undertone so that it can kind of go along with anything. If you go a real basic neutral color like this, you can go so many different feels. I have lots of turquoise and pinks and gypsy colors, lots of reds, so I wanted something to go along with that. So here's what we've got. My husband offered to spray it for me, but I've chosen to hand paint because I want that brush stroke feel. Be sure and go along with the grain, so paint it this direction. Do not paint it this direction, especially with all those tiny little grooves. That's the way that you get in there, and it makes it look better to me. I'm going to go back over this with a stain to give it a more rustic old feel. Even though it's all fresh and clean and new, I want it to look old. So we'll come back with that in a bit, but that's as far as we've gotten. Alright, so we just took out the ice box, and it literally was an ice box. It was not a refrigerator. It wasn't connected to anything. You just put a piece of ice in it and let it melt and fall out on the floor, apparently is what they did. There's not a whole lot of weak wood underneath there, so we're not going to replace or do anything. We just, when we put the floor down, we'll be sure and cover that area as well. So this is what it looks like after we've disassembled. Alright, I'm really excited about this project. We've decided to put a real twin-size bed in here. I've lucked out. I was at a garage sale and found a mattress that's actually a European mattress. It's 2 inches shorter than a normal twin-size mattress because we tried to put a regular twin-size right there and it just buckled up. It was 2 inches too long. So my mattress is going to fit perfectly. But the difference in them is they come out an extra 2 inches. So that's going to leave the walkway directly in the middle. It's going to make my walkway about that wide, about a foot. So my husband has decided that we're going to cut out part of this wall, even though we've already finished it, and scoot that up to the wheel well to give us an extra 6-inch walkway right there. That way also, when you're sitting on this bench, it's not so wide that your back doesn't touch the back. It will actually be like a bench. I'm also planning on cutting the legs off of a chair so I can have a back and move it in and out for extra space. So we're going to shrink this up a bunch, make this a lot wider, and make it a real bed. So excited. There we go. We'll show you when we're done. Alright guys, today's project is we ended up scooting this little wall over as well. It just was about 1.5 inches, but look down at the end where it gives me that much more space. That one little line right there. But it was kind of weird because the closet, it stuck out right here just a little bit and then went back, and all this was broken. So we decided, since we're building it in anyway, he went ahead and cut that all out, and he cut the top off of this piece to give us a little bit lower area so the bed doesn't stick up above the window. So we are now working on building in the bed. That is now my new walkway. I have a walkway, yay! Alright guys, it took me forever, but I distressed my walls. The regular paint looks like that, and then the distress just goes in the cracks. It literally took me about 7 hours. So you really have to want this look to have it. You paint each individual crack and wipe it off one at a time. But I really love the way that it looks. Of course, I got my stuff clearance, $2.50. It happened to be just a finisher, stain and sealer. It's very sticky, it's very messy, but I love the way that the look turns out. This one actually has a kind of I did the burgundy maroon eggplant color, and this has that tone in it, so it just kind of ties it all together for me. I always work on making my corners a little bit darker than the others so it looks realistic and natural. So there's my paint job. Up here that it goes all the way around, and our little built-in wall. But I only did it on the beadboard. I did not do it on the parts that are flat. I wanted those to be a natural plain paint. Today's project consists of floors. The floor that was down here before was this pill and stick crap that I totally do not recommend. Over the years, or over the days as it starts sliding, this is what happens. It overlaps, it gets tons of dirt in the cracks and crevices, and it just peels up. It's good for a couple of days looking really pretty, but for longevity on something like this, go ahead and put your money into some real wood. The other floor, I've been trying to pull it up as we go. It is not happening in certain areas. It's there for life. So my husband said the wooden floor that we got is thick enough. It's not going to matter with that little bit. We're not even putting down a subfloor. We're just going over the what is left of tile that is left.